in the final minute of play when he robbed Sandstrom on a blazing shot into the top corner. Here, Vladimir across the line. He winds up. It's deflected by Monaenkov. The Soviets come back. They're led by Zalapukin. In across the line, Zalapukin is taken off the puck by Chazon, and it's difficult, as we pointed out in our telecast the other night, to hear the whistle because of the jeering from the crowd and the whistling by the crowd. We'll return to Piastany after this. Sean Simpson was in goal for our telecast on Monday, that 5-1 loss to Czechoslovakia. He played very well in that setback. He could certainly not be faulted. And then he had that rotator cuff problem, Sherry, that prevented him from playing. And as a result, Jimmy Waite got a chance to perform in goal, and he has starred since.
They sure have. I'll tell you, both goaltenders have been outstanding, and that was significant in the 82 gold medal, Don, and the 85 gold medal. If it holds over today, we'll see a third one in a few years.
Played in off the glass. Hoggett tried to play it off the boards and out, but it went over the glass and out of play. 1-1 is the score. We have played 5:34 of this opening period.
Well, I got to tell you, this is what it's all about in international hockey. Let's be, a gold medal game. You got 3 periods of hockey, 60 minutes. Ask no questions. Just score more goals than the other team. And this is what the excitement's all about. I've been through it, Don. You've been broadcasting a number of these games, and if you're not electric for this game, you never are.
There's no question that the emotions are high, and the Canadian team was certainly revved up coming into this one. Keane in across the line with Sanapas. Keane is bumped in against the boards, carries on. Sanapas goes into the corner as well. The two of them battling in there with a couple of Soviet players trying to get it out. Keane does. Keane circling. Still fighting in the corner. Some heavy bumping along the boards in that Soviet zone. Finally, it's Musatov coming up with it. And he starts out for the Soviets. Rink-wide pass to Kirsch. Kirsch dumps it in and takes a hit from Fleury as the puck slides into the Canadian zone. Back comes Chazon. Chazon for Sanapas. He took a hit from Smirnoff in the neutral zone. Good hitting by both sides.
No question, that defenseman stepping up and taking the body like that. They never used to do those things, Don.
Osipov in the corner. Trying to control it. Canada attempting to get it out of there. Chazon battling along the boards with Osipov. Also in there is Galchenyuk. Galchenyuk at the side of the net. Here's a chance for the Soviets. And Kirsch took a backhand shot. Waite falls on top of it, and now comes pushing and shoving following the whistle. A Canadian player is down as we take a look at the replay.
Now watch the goaltender, Jimmy Waite, stay with him. He comes right out to break the angle on him and said, hey, you're not getting any of this net, Mac. He walked out a little bit too easy. We can't afford to let him walk out like that. But Jimmy Waite is tested again, and he comes through like he's done since he took over for Sean Simpson. And that should not be interpreted, as you alluded to earlier, that Sean Simpson failed. It was the injury that really took him out. The goaltending has just been outstanding. We get a shot here at Kerry Huffman, who was a first-round pick by Philadelphia. He plays for the Guelph Fighters and led them to the Memorial Cup last year. Been one of the outstanding defensemen.
Sitting beside him is Luke Richardson, who hasn't seen a great deal of action in the tournament. He basically has been the 6th defenseman, as the Canadian team has gone with 4 and 5 rear guards. Canada bringing it out into the center ice area. Ivan Korovo takes a hit as it slides down into the Soviet zone. Molotny has been bumped by Turgeon. Korovo comes in there as well, and they tie it up for a face-off.
We're watching Dave McElwain get up. There's an interesting story from Seaforth, Ontario, and I'd like to think that that whole community of 2200 will be watching him because he's one of their protégés. But he was a walk-on. He was not drafted in the Ontario Hockey League. He was then traded to the North Bay, and what a story he is, and what an inspiration for young people that say that think it might be over. He was, and he has been outstanding here. He centers their line. I've also noticed now, if you take a look, Korovo's moving up there in case there might be some injuries to Lada, but he switched the lines around a little bit.
Back to the point. Wesley keeps it in. Lada took a shot on the leg in that victory over Sweden, and he may be having some problems. And as a result, Korovo has been moved up. in the neutral zone. Wesley gains control to Elnick and across the line to McElwain. McElwain was knocked off the puck. Corvo took a tremendous hit, lost his helmet along the boards in the process.
He's a big, strong kid, though. He can take that kind of hitting.
A chance for the Soviets as they steal the puck in the Canadian zone. Davidoff looking in front for Maligny. And it's picked off by the Canadians. They're led by Hoggood. Corvo still without his helmet. Hoggood tried to slide it through to him, breaking in on that left side. The play broken up by the Soviets. Konstantinov back into his own zone. This young man has a tremendous amount of talent. We'll be seeing a lot of him in the future in international play. He fired that shot just wide of the Canadian goal. Back at the point, the Soviets keep it in. Point intercepted by Metcalf. One man back. Metcalf looking in front. Tried to slide it to Keane, and it was broken up by the Soviets and cleared. 8:23 as the time elapsed in this opening period. Here comes Nemeth. Nemeth in front. Metcalf couldn't deflect it. Shanahan gets it, and the net is knocked off its mooring, the reason for the whistle. We'll return to our coverage of the World Junior Championships from Piastani after this. 1-1 the score. Canada has been outshot